Main Street holding hands,
Yeah,
looking at window decorations.
That won't be creepy at all, would it?
Nah, but you might want to count me out on that one.
Well, if it's going to be cold, we need to hold hands to stay warm.
And I'm not even sure I can picture Wilson skipping, let alone holding someone's hand while doing it.
If he has oxygen on, he'll be fine. Well, I got a list together, and I think this music goes right perfectly with it. The 17 weirdest things that people have seen at other folks' houses. We're touching on 10 of them, but there's some odd people out there.
Yeah, and these are things we found that are other people's stories. But
An hour.
I do. Is this Friday the 13th music?
No, it's Halloween. Michael Myers.
Oh, it's
man.
from the Michael Myers?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my hero.
Michael Myers is your hero?
Yeah, he doesn't take no crap.
That's true.
Back talk, machete to the face. Here's the first one. I was doing part-time nursing at one of the cases I attended. It was a large house in the middle of nowhere for an elderly man. When I was let inside the house, I saw the old man lying in a box, which was disguised as a bed. I was told it because the family knew he was on his last legs, so the box was a pre-coffin for the undertaker to take to the funeral parlor.
Wow.
I mean, isn't that something from the old
Like
West
a
days?
doggy bag at a restaurant, bagged up, ready to go.
Bad grandpa.
Next one here. One of my exes collected her fingernail and toenail clippings in little glass bottles and displayed them over her bed.
Well,
I only stayed there once.
well, people put like stars on their ceilings and then maybe it just illuminates the room.
The stars I could handle. Toenails, fingernails, and glass jars. I'm not sure what the point of that is.
Honey bunches of crack. That makes it happen. I was at someone's house whose living room had 8 sofas in it. The room wasn't that big, and there was no furniture. It was like a maze.
That is weird.
Well, we did talk about that the other day with some employees I've had work for me.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have a mini movie theater. That's what it was.
That wouldn't be bad. All right, next one here. My friend's house featured a life-size cutout of his sister, who was away at college. They moved it to a different place each time I came over. That's weird.
They missed her.
They missed her a little too much.
What's up?
Now, I would think it would be weird if I walked in a house and saw a cardboard cutout of me. Be like, what is wrong with you people?
I was hoping
I'm no longer part of this family.
So I shouldn't order the one of me for your house?
No.
My great aunt had these toddler-sized old lady dolls that her late sister made scattered all over the house. They are ultra detailed with human hair wigs, and she sets them up in chairs all around the house. One of them she calls by her sister's name and is always sitting up in a rocking chair in the living room. The more horror movies I watch, the creepier they become.
Dolls are creepy anyway, regardless. Dolls are creepy. Now, maybe little dolls that little kids play with, not so much. But dolls that are made for adults to display, they're creepy.
With the moving eyes?
Anything. Any doll that's made to just sit there and stare at you is creepy. My friend had a mental breakdown once and punched a hole in their living room wall. I love this. Their mother framed it. Just put a frame around the hole in the wall.
That's what some of my parents would have done.
I love that.
See, son? This is what a temper tantrum would get you. My friends and I went to an open house in which there were framed photos of the owner with Richard Simmons in every single room, including the bathroom.
Sweating to the oldies.
In the bathroom, was pooping to the oldies. Supposedly, the homeowner had lost a lot of weight 30 years ago and was forever grateful.
So he did it with sweating to the oldies. I wonder where he was where he met Richard.
Do you still have those headbands?
Don't you?
Yes.
I still have the short shorts and the tank tops. But I only wear them when I'm watching Sweating to the Oldies and getting fit.
Dude, I'm running in place every single morning by 5:30. I don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me, I'm looking fabulous.
This is stories, weirdest things people have seen at someone else's house. Next one on the list. My friend's family has a shrine for her grandmother in their house. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, she's probably passed away, and this is their way of commemorating her. But I asked my friend about it later, and as it turns out, grandmother is very much alive and healthy. She explained that she thinks her family's a cult and grandma's the leader.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's weird.
My uncle is a 50-year-old retired millionaire who has a beautiful house filled with over 700 devils, plush devils, plastic devils, glass devils, big devils, small devils, you name it, he has it.
That's kind of weird.
When you sign a contract with a devil and you get millions of dollars, you have to pay
there
it
you
forward.
go.
This is the man who
he
gave
sold
me the
his
millions.
soul for the money. My final one here. I had dinner at my friend's house and they served medium rare chicken. On a side note, I didn't know this was even a thing. Saying that the blood made it delicious. I only agree with that with red meat. I tried to politely ask if I could microwave it a little longer, which is also gross. Microwaving chicken? No. And they were offended. They lectured me on how people had to eat people during World War II in Romania and how lucky I was to have this medium rare chicken.
I'd much rather eat a person if it's well done over chicken that's medium rare.
Yeah, and give me some of Bob well done. You can have the chicken.
Nothing wrong. A friend's mother has a human skull in her living room with a dollar bill stuffed between its teeth. Apparently, she knew the guy. Don't upset mom. You be swimming with the fishes.
If that's a real skull, can't she get in trouble for that? It seems like you're not allowed to have human skulls in your living room.
You're allowed to have warnings not to mess with mom in your living room. Coming up next, Easton Corbin right here on Kicks 96.5.
Autumn comes and one takes comfort in hoodies, hot cocoa, cuddling, crisp air, flushed cheeks, and family stories by the fire. Hey,